And people come off the course saying it was like one of the most transformative periods of my life. Yeah, just a completely unique, different experience, I think.
Hi, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you, Miriam. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. The sun's shining, so I'm feeling very good. Yeah.
It's been a lovely few days, actually, hasn't it? So it's been really nice.
Yeah. Thanks for talking with me. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about your role at Astranti Connect.
So I am a co-director here at Astranti Connect, and I basically oversee the business as a whole, the types of courses that we run and how they're all managed. I get a little bit involved in the course structures and course designs as well. So yeah, my role is really overseeing everything here.
So today we're talking about our new residential course, and I was just wondering, what made you decide to offer a residential counselling course?
So we get a lot of students who come on our online level 2 and level 3 courses. In the process of becoming a qualified counsellor, we typically take the level 2, your level 3, and then the level 4 is what you need to become qualified, join BACP or NCPS. And we get a lot of students come on our online level 2 and 3, mostly because they like online. You can do it wherever you are in the country. You can be at home. People love that format. But at the level 4, at least 75% of the course has to be done in person. And there's a very good reason for that. CPCAB set that as a standard because and to be fair, BACP and NCPS have requirements along those lines as well. Because in the end, you need to be in person with people, supporting people, and it's all about relationship. You know, agreeing a great counsellor is about relationship, and so it's about developing that relationship in person at the level 4. So what we then find is that at level 2 and 3, people have studied online, but they don't necessarily have anywhere that they can go locally in order to study their level 4. So we are putting on the residential course so that basically anywhere you are in the world, you could fly over. We've got someone coming over from Spain for our upcoming course, for instance, and they can stay away. It's practical, or people can travel from wherever they are, whether there's a local center. They can go to that location. They can be away, residential, dedicated. So primarily that was the reason for doing it, to enable all of those people that haven't got local centres to be able to study and become a qualified counsellor.
Yeah, no, so it's that, people, who basically aren't based in the UK or near a hub can still do our CPCAB level 4 through the, residential method. But I was wondering also if you could tell us a little bit more about CPCAB level 4 and what it involves.
So this is the big course that you take. It's over 400 hours in total. It's the main qualification then to become a qualified counsellor, and a number of things about it. Firstly, it's an integrated course, and for anyone that hasn't come across that, that means that we cover a wide variety of different counselling modalities on that course. Our first year is focused on person-centered. It's a deep dive on person-centered. Most people on their level 2 and 3 will have done an introduction to person-centered. We've got a whole year of really, it's all about building relationship. It's about getting in complete empathy with the client, how to actually build that relationship, talk through, ask questions in a way that draws people down deeper, help to support them. So whole first year is all about person-centered, and some of the practicalities and around what it takes to like boundaries and how you go about sort of ethics and how about you manage the relationship. We do a little bit of coaching in year 1 as well, which is a bit more forward focused. It's, person-centered is more about, going inside and dealing with issues. Coaching is more about where do you want to go in the future. So we do a little bit of that on year 1. Then in year 2, we visit a range of different other types of counselling. We do a bit of CBT, a bit of Gestalt, psychodynamic, a bit of NLP, and we basically teach people a little introduction to each of these other modalities as well. So when people come out at the end, they've got this deep base in person-centered, but they've got an introduction to other modalities, because I think in the end, what people need to do in their career in the long term is decide what's the right way for me. There's lots of different types of counselling, all of which are proven to work effectively. Some people are more attracted to CBT. Maybe they want to go and work in the NHS, tends to dictate more CBT approach. Some people are more like the person-centered and the relationship. Others more the Gestalt, which is about the whole of you and the whole person. And so it's about people at level 4 finding their base so they can go on and study in more detail the one in the future as they develop their career that they want to focus on. So yeah, so on the level 4, people will learn these various different types. There's a huge focus on practical side, hours and hours and hours of working with other people, and just masses and masses of practice. I think particularly on the residential, it's absolutely ideal for spending time working in triad groups, supporting each other. Learning through doing is a real focus for the course. It's a highly practical course.
Yeah,
So people will come at the end with those with the theory and the knowledge, but more importantly, the practice. So they come out at the end as really confident, competent counsellors that are ready to go out and practice at an agency or even in their own practice. So
yeah, no, completely. It's a really holistic course. It covers all bases and allows people to have really different integrated approaches, and like you said, jump to another specialism afterwards if that's something that they desire. So we talked a bit about the content there of the course. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about how the structure of our residential course differs to the in-person hub centre course that we also have on offer.
Yeah, so the typical in-centre course is 1 day a week over the course of about 20 to 22 months. And people will go along and they'll learn and practice week by week in those centres. The residential course is 7 5-day weekends. They're long days, but you're away and people are staying at the actual location where the courses are. So they're very in-depth and detailed, very personal for 5 very, very concentrated days at a time. And so there's that. Then, of course, because there's 7 of these sessions, we also have online sessions in between. So we have an online session every 2 weeks on an evening in between each of those, which helps people to keep the learning going, to meet up again with all the people that they've met on the residential courses, to learn new things. We've kind of structured the courses so that the residential is all about the practical side, that we're in person. So that's a great time to do a lot of close, deep work with other people, supporting other people. Then we've got the online where it's a bit more theoretical. We cover some of the more theoretical topics, but also supporting people in between through their assessments, work that they're going to be doing in between as well, and their home study that they do. So yeah, so that's kind of how it's structured and how it's different.
Yeah, no, and it's worth noting that those online sessions are live online sessions, so they're with your tutor again, with all your peers, discussing all the theory and everything. In between, it's essentially kind of the glue in between the in-person residential aspects of the course, just to keep that contact going. Yeah. So I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about the benefits of studying on the residential course compared to, say, in the study centre.
So I think there's, firstly, for people that haven't, we've already said this, but people that haven't got a local centre that they can go to, then they can go away. It's 5 days at a time. It's practical to travel. We've got someone from Spain coming on a course. They can fly over and they can stay. But anyone that's in the UK, it's just that one element of travel. The centre itself is in Loughborough, so it's very, very central in the UK. So the access from wherever you are is really convenient. So I think there's that. I think it's a weekend course. I think that for people that are working, then it can be a bit more practical to do it in this way. It's weekends and evenings, basically. And the amount of time people will have to take off work will be much less than it would be, rather than one every Monday or Tuesday, whatever the day is. It will be more practical for a lot of people to be studying over the weekends on these weekend courses as well. I think one of the real benefits to residential that I don't think can be understated, I think it's one of the things I'm excited about it, is you're away with a group of other people that are interested, that want to become counsellors, that are very good at counselling, going through their training. And it's an amazing chance for personal change. I think in a way you can go much deeper when you're there and you're away, and there's no distractions from home life and worries about work or family or personal issues that are going on. You're just there in that dedicated environment. And I think one of the things that we hear so much from people that come through level 4 is it's a chance as much. People go, yes, people are learning skills to become great counsellors, but it's actually a chance for personal change as well. And people come off the course saying it was like one of the most transformative periods of my life. All the issues I worked on personally to be counsellor, but just things to work on. I think in a residential setting, there's nothing like it. And it's a wonderful, wonderful venue, actually. It's a beautiful manor house set in the country. Almost no better place to really reflect and think about ourselves, and also be there to support others and transform other people's lives. It's a wonderful opportunity to both learn and to support others and to change ourselves. The relationships as well that you will get when you're staying away and being there in the evenings with people for that time. Yeah, just a completely unique, different experience, I think. I think in-centre is great and completely appropriate for some people. I think the residential offers this really unique experience and opportunity for people.
Yeah, no, completely. I keep using this word holistic, but it is a holistic experience in that you're really living with with the course. You've given yourself dedicated time and space to really sit with everything that you're learning as well, and reflecting on yourself. And I think learning about yourself and how you think and how you operate and work is such a big part of the course that many people might not realize. And I think that the residential aspect really helps enhance that learning, as it just provides that physical space to kind of away from everything. And I think that distance can really help people kind of learn about themselves in a different way. I think some people might be wondering if food and accommodation is included. That's just a little aside.
It absolutely is. Yeah, everyone will have their own room, and the food is all included, 3 meals a day throughout the whole residential. So yeah, absolutely.
So nothing to worry about that. I think also, that's a nice added extra. You don't have to be worrying about what you're going to, be cooking in the evening. Your mental space can just be focused on the course. I think it's really great.
Well, and also you'll be eating with the other people that are on the course there as well. So it's more time together and with them, and so hopefully a really beautiful place to develop relationships. And I think that will be throughout the downtime as well as the actual course time as well.
Yeah, completely. Moving kind of back to the structure of the course, I was wondering if you could tell me, why did you choose a blended approach for the residential course?
Okay, well, firstly, it's just practical in a sense that there's big gaps in between the actual residential, so it's really people keep that going. There's assessment work that goes on. People have to complete learning journals, and they do essays and other work as part of the internal assessment. And of course, it keeps people supported with those regular live sessions. I think it's worth saying as well that we also have a whole set of recorded videos. So we have a library of recorded videos, and what we do is guide people in the direction of all those recorded videos on the in-between side as well. So it's both the live, it's also starting to do some of the assessment work. It's also then about watching the videos and deepening skills by watching an expert tutor who, and this is obviously the recorded ones, there's a different tutor. So you see another tutor's perspective through those recorded sessions. It's worth saying actually that the sessions in between are run by a different tutor as well. So there are 2 tutors on the course, and the online is run by a different tutor. So you'll get that other tutor's perspective. And I think this opportunity to have different tutors and doing different sections, different tutors doing the recorded sessions as well, just helps people learning go deeper as well. So yeah.
Completely. And just to clarify, are the online sessions live or pre-recorded in between the?
No, so there's every 2 weeks there's a live session, plus there's additional pre-recorded videos as well. So it's basically both is the answer.
And finally, I was just wondering, are there any other benefits of studying with Astranti Connect? What makes us different to maybe other providers?
What is, we're a national organization with this division that's dedicated to counselling. It's what we do. We've got courses throughout the whole country. We run many online courses as well. We really focus on supporting our tutors. So we have two dedicated people looking after the tutors and supporting the tutors across all our courses, giving them training, guiding them. We're able to put the time and effort into our course designs. So it's not like if you go to, say, a local college, just the local tutor would have developed their own course designs, typically the way it works. What we've done is got a structured course design that's been created centrally that we update every year based on the feedback from all the tutors that run that. In fact, we're just about to go into that process now. We've taken all our feedback from the courses we've done this year, and we're just about to update all of our designs, some of them quite significantly, just to learn and improve. So you've got that dedicated focus on really great course designs. We've got a dedicated course designer here in our team. We've got dedicated administrators, 3 administrators to support students through any problems or issues. We put time into things like anyone that studied a CPCAB course will know there's quite a lot of assessment involved and quite a lot of form filling. Well, we've got an online system that we've perfected in order to keep the amount of administration down. We've also tried to keep just the total amount of assessment down as well. So we've got the dedicated resource here to be look at how do you make that assessment process as easy for students as possible. So yeah, I think there's an advantage that way to being part of the Astranti Connect team and one of our students that I think is a big advantage to.
Yeah, no, completely. There's a really big support system behind every student. Yeah,
absolutely. I think in the end we're absolutely committed to delivering what it takes for our students at the end of the level 4 to be competent, have all the skills they need, but confident as well, so that people feel like, yeah, I'm now qualified and I've got the confidence to go and work in an agency or set up my own practice. In the end, it's about delivering a course that helps people to change others or support the change of others is a much better way of putting it. So, I think people want to come out the end feeling like they're going to be able to go into the world and change people's lives and support the change people's lives and help people to help themselves. And all of our efforts are focused on doing that. And I think that's what, by being dedicated, it's one of the advantages that we're able to bring. So.
No, definitely. Our counselling trainees are really at the heart of what we do here at Astranti Connect. And
absolutely.
That's great. Well, thanks so much for talking to me today, Nick. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, and you too. Thank you.